What up, YouTube? We in the building. It's Coach Jay Lee. I'm here. It's closing night here at Sioux Fitness. But I was like, let me make a video. Let me go ahead, pop on, talk to my folks one time. And we're going to start it off. We're going to kick it off with this video right here, which is basically, we're going to read some of these reviews. I'm on ClassPass, so if you're not familiar with ClassPass, it's a way that individuals can find different gyms that they want to go to. They get a certain amount of credits. You're a Pilates girl and you like to do Pilates one day, but then you like to strength train the next day. You like to CrossFit the next day. You like to come over here kickbox another day. Like, you have that opportunity, right? It doesn't lock you into one particular space. But it also helps you find your gym home at the same time, because I found, some folks that, have used ClassPass to find us, and bam, they just found what they love. And I'm pretty sure it's happened for other gyms as well. It does help gyms out depending on what it is that you're trying to target and what it is that you are trying to do as far as your gym and how you're trying to scale it and get yourself out there, things like that, right? So first and foremost, shout out ClassPass. Right now, we are sitting at an overall rating of 5 stars, y'all. 5 stars. And even in the last 90 days, 5 stars. All right, I'm gonna put up the screen so that you guys can see it too. But right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and read it off the big computer screen. Right, 5 stars, 1,095 stars. Woo! Look, super clean place and very challenging workout. Combos flow very well. Jay Lee is amazing. That's me. I'm amazing. Look, shout out to you. If this is you watching, man, shout out to you for that. I definitely appreciate that love and that feedback. Jeremy is amazing. That's me again, you feel me? Book a class and experience the burn. You will not forget it. You will not. Or you won't regret it. My bad. You won't regret it. Absolutely not. You won't regret it. We deliver, hands down, some of the best workouts Las Vegas have seen. Next one. All right, Sue is the best kickboxing gym in Las Vegas. Look, I just said that. It's so clean, spacious. The vibe is always on point. I love going there. Jay Lee, the instructor, is great. Always strong, sweaty workout at Sue. Man, they big up you, and they just can't stop talking about the good that you are providing. It's humbling. You're doing exactly what you set out to do, and that's exactly what I feel. All right. Coach Jay was so welcoming and nice. The place is super clean. Back to that clean. Look, cleanliness. Now, you might have been in some gyms, right? There's some gyms you walk in, it's like, the hell was that? You know what I mean? You just walk in and the whiff just, it sets you back a little bit. Like, damn, like, is that you? Or is that this area? You feel me? And even if it is somebody within the gym, you want to be able to have your spot so on point that, the aroma in that joint is still overtaking the funk versus the funk overtaking your aroma, right? So, yes, super clean. Looks brand new. The class killed me though. My arms are hella shaking right now. Look, they was doing this right after the workout. That's how excited they was, man. Shout out to you. Definitely love the feedback. Look, love the work ethic. Work ethic. That's what I said too. So they was probably somebody that I was paying attention to right then and there as well, because I got back to them. So much cardio, ab focus today. So fun. We mix it up. You don't know what you're going to get when you come in here. Yes, you are going to kickbox. That's for certain. Yes, you are going to get a great workout. But what part of the body you're going to work out, that you do not know just yet. Kickboxing is a full body workout. It's going to give you a full body burn, hands down, right? But it is core based, right? So everything coming from the core, tightening, strengthening the core. Whether we punching, whether we kicking, it all generates power and strength from the core. All right. So 6:15 a.m. class always starts my day off great. Hard work definitely pays off. So, like, if you ever, all right, moving on. Love coming here, always a fun sweat. Man, right back at you. Love having you here. What we got? Instructor was great. Good first time. Man, appreciate you. Now we're getting a little further along, new year, right? We in the new year. One of my favorite workouts, you get cardio, kickboxing, and core work all in one. Coach Jay is the best. He motivates you to work hard, and his music is always fire. Definitely recommend. Look, if you're running group classes as a coach or as an instructor and you have whack playlists or you only have playlists that you like, you are failing your class. You cannot be on that. You can't be on some I'm only gonna play what I wanna play. I only gonna play we're gonna listen to what I wanna listen to. Nah, you gotta be able to see your group and be like, all right, what's gonna get the folks moving? And it also depends on what type of workout we doing that day, what we gonna be focusing on that day. You know, how are you gonna feel motivated? How you gonna feel pushed? The BPMs, you know, how fast the beat is, all that matters. So again, if you're an instructor, if you're a coach, if you're somebody who runs group classes and you don't know how to read the room and get the vibe right as far as the playlist, you got to start there, man, because you probably losing out. Folks can probably be like, man, this probably would have been a better workout if I had good music. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than if you ever walked into a gym, forgot your AirPods, try to work out and you ain't got your damn AirPods and you in a big box gym. That shit is hard. You feel me? It's hard because you hearing the weights lugging around. You hearing folks with their sets and shit. You don't want to hear all that. You want to hear your music. You want to hear your vibe. You want to hear something that's going to get you pumped. You know what I mean? So going back to it, make sure y'all get y'all playlists right out there, coaches. Make sure your playlist is on point. All right? Moving on. Really enjoyed this class. Jeremy is great at motivating and making sure you use proper technique. Highly recommended. Yes, technique is bottom line the most important thing when you step on my mat. Why? Because if you're not doing it right, you're not going to get the right workout. If you're not doing it right, you're missing out on the workout, right? I ain't going to have you out there just doing whatever, you know, and congratulating you and say, yeah, you got it, keep it up. Like, no, that's out. You know, you're going to learn how to throw a solid punch. You're going to learn how to throw a solid kick. And not only is it going to be solid with the form and technique that's provided, it's going to make sure that if you ever had to use that, you know, hopefully you don't, man, you're going to have one in your bag just in case, right? But while we in the realm of working out, you want to go through the motions and have those mechanics down so that you can get the full range workout. You know what I mean? From your core to your arms to whatever part of your body we going to be working on, right? That's what we on. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I got food on the way. I just want to make sure I ain't miss out on my food. But all right, bet. So, yeah, like, man, if you coaching out there, y'all, and again, back to the group coaches, the group fitness instructors, like, make sure your folks is on point when it comes to their form and their technique and whatever exercise that you're teaching. I mean, everybody ain't gonna have it down packed right away. You know, for me, I like to give little cues, one by one, step by step. I'm not gonna give you a barrage. Look, you gotta do this, and do this, and do this, and do this, and oh, why you're not doing it? Because then it takes away from the workout, right? You wanna make sure that they get at least something down, right? You wanna at least make sure they got something right so they can feel good about themselves while doing that, right? And then you can move on from there, all right? So definitely love that they pointed out that we're using proper technique here. All right, shout out to y'all. This is so fun to do with your friends. I try to bring new friends every time. Man, like, bring your folks. Like, especially with ClassPass. Like, man, if you are on ClassPass, it's nothing. Like, I'm hearing it's fairly cheap, you know, to grab you some credits, and then you can get your trial run where you can go through all the gyms that you want to go through at only one time. If you're on a trial with ClassPass, you can only go through one time through two particular gyms, and then you got to make a decision whether you're going to go ahead and, you know, be a full-fledged member of ClassPass. But yeah, I always encourage, like, working out with your folks is always fun. Friends, family members, that shit is always fun, especially if they're like-minded individuals. If they're like-minded individuals, if you're somebody who is definitely an advocate of working out and taking care of your body and on your health and fitness journey, and you got folks that's like that with you, man, bring them with you, because we're going to have a ball, I promise you. And we're going to sweat hard, and we're going to work hard, and we're gonna get it done, for sure. All right, moving on. All right, this is a long one right here. The best gym and workout you'll ever get. Love it, right there, right off the top. Right off the top, they just hit me, and I'm like, man, love it. Look, Coach Jay is the best. He motivates you. He continues to push you when you feel like giving up. I love that every class is different. Look, you gotta have variety. Folks get stuck in their little ways, and they want to teach robotic classes where it's like you already know what to expect. And then guess what? Your folks end up knowing what to expect. every single time. Your members start coming in, they're like, oh, here we go again. Up, here we go again. Look, I keep my folks on their toes, right? They don't know what to expect. They done been here umpteen times. What Yin Yang Twins say? I done been here 50 times. Yeah, you done been here 50 times, but you still don't know what to expect, right? I'm going to keep going with this review because it's a long one, right? He motivates you, continues to push you when you feel like giving up. I love that every class is different. All the combos are always new. He incorporates not only boxing with the bag, but mitt work, footwork, battle ropes, weights, hit exercises, jump rope, and so much more. Yeah, I told you, we lacing you here. We lacing you here. I gotta mix it up. I keep my folks on their toes, right? And I keep it fun at the same time. Nobody likes to work out and think about it like it's a job. You want to go ahead and go in this workout and be like, damn, 45 minutes went by that quick. Damn, an hour went by that quick. I feel amazing. Cause sometimes that's what you got. You got 45 minutes and you want an amazing workout. You don't want to think about what you're doing. You don't want to think about how to put the workout together. You just want to get right into it. That's what you can get here at Sue Fitness. Come holla at us. For real, come holla at us. They telling you, come holla at us, right? What else? I love how spacious and clean the gym is. He disinfects the mat after every class, and the gym is always spotless. Look, man, I don't know where these folks been at, where they gotta keep, putting the emphasis on how clean it is here. But we gonna make sure that bathroom smelling good. We're going to make sure these floors is clean. We're going to make sure, we getting that sweat up. I want you to sweat. I want you to be drenched by the end of class. Leave it on the mat, because that's how I know I done did my job. But we definitely going to clean that up, because I got some more folks coming in. They about to do the same thing, right? But it's going to look like new every time. And we take pride in that here at Sue Fitness. We make sure that that feeling of home comes about. Like, man, it smells good up in here. Man, it's so clean. Like, dang, I don't even want to look. You want to tell everybody else that's making a mess. Hey, pick that up. Don't leave that there. Don't do that. Don't do that. Go take that over there. You know what I'm saying? You want to treat it like it's your spot. You feel me? That's how clean we got it up in here. So again, shout out to review from March of 24, man. Like, I didn't really take time to really go through all of these, and that's why I'm doing it now. That's why I'm doing it with y'all. And hopefully, like I was saying, this can help out some of you coaches with, any things that I'm talking about. This can help out some of you fitness instructors, that might have gotten any backlash on some of the stuff that y'all, done been through. I'm not saying that we know it all and we got it all. I'm just saying that when you give 120%, you get 120% results. That's all. We not called show up every day for no reason. Yeah, I didn't come up with the name show up every day so I can show up and give you half-ass effort. Show up and give your ass 75% effort. Show up and give you, I think I'm a good 90 today. I give everything I got. I leave it out there for my folks every single time, and it shows. We gonna move on though. We gonna move on. I love coming to class. It's always fun. The playlist always gets me hyped. Want more about the playlist? Instructors, coaches, I'm going to tell you again, if your playlist ain't right, you might be losing out. You might be losing. That might be the last time you didn't talk that person or that group because your playlist was whack. Get off them whack playlists. All right, get off that. I just want to play what I want to play. This is my music. Get off that bullshit. All right? Look, great class, welcoming atmosphere. Look, everybody gets love. I don't care what walk of life you are, what color, none of that. Everybody gets love. I mean, everybody right where they at. You know what I mean? And I'm blessed enough and grateful enough to have been reminded that I do show people love in that nature where they feel comfortable. That I have created an atmosphere where it's so welcoming that, it, like I said, it just feels like home. Right? It just feels like home. Gym is super clean. There's another one. No complaints. Jeremy gives great cues and motivation throughout the class. Would definitely recommend. Man, I'm trying to tell you, stay at the top tier level. If you're a fitness coach, don't be, I'm Mr. Know-It-All, I'm Mrs. Know-It-All, you need to get like me. I don't even bring that type of energy. I may know what I know, and I may be able to do what I can do, and it may be on a higher level than the folks that come in here. But I don't even bring that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Not even a little bit, because those type of coaches, I don't even like myself. I don't even fuck with that. Like for real. Like I think that shit is real corny. To be like, oh, that's all you can do. Oh, that's all you can. You can't do more. Why can't you this and why and oh, you should be able to. Throwing your little muscles and shit around, or like, man, come on, that shit is corny. You're here trying to build somebody up. You're here trying to get somebody from point A to point B, not from point A to fucking Z. That's not what we doing. That's not how I see it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna meet you where you at, and we gonna go from there. We gonna build brick by brick. I'm gonna give you. I'm not gonna take one brick and then be like, boom, here's a whole shit ton of bricks, and now do what you got to do. Nah, man, we not on that. We're not on that. Yeah, Jeremy is an amazing instructor. Even with the whole class, he makes time to help you individually. I'm hooked. Yes. All my folks get love. Moving on. Coach Jay is probably the most patient person I've ever come across. Man, look, you have to be patient when it comes to your clients, instructors, coaches. Like you can't be trying to rush their process. And so many times I've seen coaches like just, you can't rush their process or the process that you've given them. You got to allow them to digest. You got to allow them to sit with, and then once they catch their rhythm with it, then they going to start rocking and rolling. You gave good instruction and detail to your knowledge that they just got it down pack and they just about to be rocking and rolling. You know what I mean? So again, going back to meeting folks where they at. I always meet folks where they at. Look, man, we got a lot of reviews. I'm going to read one more, and then, we going to come back for a part 2. So I hope that this is also giving you, like I said, I want to be able to help somebody out, whether it be members, whether it be other coaches, instructors that, you get this feedback and you know how to apply it to your own situation. All right. Love this place. Definitely go if you want intense fun and workout. Flat out. Great class. Flat out. It don't take much. You know what I mean? It don't take much. We show up every single day. We give 120%. We don't lack. We don't slack. And me, as owner and coach, I'm going to make sure I'm giving you my all, right? I'm going to make sure I'm giving you my all, because when you come through those doors, you're not going to want to be thinking about what you got to be doing, and you're not going to want to be uncomfortable, and you're not going to want to be in an environment where it's funky. You're not going to want to be in an environment where, it's cluttered. You're not going to want to be in an environment where, you're around other people and you're getting the looks and you're getting this and that. Like the people that we attract here, man, it's all like-minded individuals, just real cool individuals, man. And I'm really appreciative and thankful to be able to have built a hub that attracts those type of people. You know what I mean? Because we're about building mindset. We're about building, great habits and winning your day. Just come win your day. That's why I show up every day. Give what you got for that day. Give everything that you got for that day and come back again, do it tomorrow. It's not always going to be 100% when you're on the fitness side of it. It's not going to always be, 80%. Sometimes you got to give what you got to give after a long day of work, after a long day of parenting, after a long day of, doing your relationship thing, whatever the case may be. But as long as you make a daily deposit for yourself, you win it. Flat out, you win it. So that is today's video. I want to shout out ClassPass one more time. If you're on ClassPass, make sure you look us up if you're in Las Vegas. And come check us out, man. Come take a class. I promise you, you won't regret it. You're going to have a ball, right? You're going to have a ball. If you don't have all the equipment as far as gloves, wraps, we got that for you. Now, if you need to purchase them, we got them for purchase. But I do rent the gloves if you're going to be renting gloves and things of that nature. For one-time use. We don't rent wraps. That's like renting socks. So if you need wraps and you want wraps, just go and buy them, because I'm not loaning out wraps. That's like wearing somebody else's socks. That's gross. All right. So that's our video for today. You already know how we do. So